Quick disclaimer, any likeliness to real world persons or characters in the story that are very similar to real world persons, that is entirely coincidental and is not my fault. If you don't like somewhat morbid themes, I might recommend staying away from this story as the death toll is 1. This particular story begins at the end. It was not by choice, but just how the events happened to turn out. This is a tale about two brothers who are very contradictory in terms of their abilities, their success, and their survival. This story takes place when the brothers James and Wolf are both the age of 14. This story happens to take place on a small island, and they are the only two that happen to be able to afford education at this point in time. The one brother, Wolf, we'll talk about him first, was smart, and he was capable of many great things. Some of those included being an excel in all subjects, all areas. He was, in a sense, the perfect kid. But this was soon to change. Next, we'll talk about James. He, on the other hand, was an interesting fellow. He was not maybe as smart, hasn't been going so well in school, but he was always brightening his days. He was playing pranks constantly on his brother. His brother called it harassment, but in reality, it was just a bit of harmless fun to keep him going. But this was also soon to change. Hey, James, did you finish last night's homework? Oh, there was homework? Yeah, there was homework. Did you not get it done? Oh. Oh well. Seriously, James? Sorry, man. I swear. If today's gonna be another great day. Well, actually, I have something to show you. Oh, what is it? Here, come with me. Come to the river. Alright, I just need you to walk forward. Okay. What the? James! Why did you plant a pitfall seed here? Dude, oh, I swear, this is like the 5th time I've fallen for it in the past month. Heh. Well, that's a skill issue, I guess. Hey, Wolf, James. Hey, just a reminder that school starts in 10 minutes. Thanks, Mr. Nook. Alright, well, hey, why don't you go onto this island with me? For what reason? Do you seriously want me to fall for anything again? Oh, no, no, I promise, man, there's nothing here. Alright, if you insist, James, I will go with you. Alright, what do you want me to do on this? Dude, can you, like, stop pushing me around? Especially not right next to the river. Hey, man, you were literally wearing a wetsuit. You'll be fine. Dude, just please, I don't want to get in the water. Oh, come on. Ugh, fine. Alright, well, that's enough of you today. Boys, I would like to teach you today about similes. It's another piece of art, almost, that you would use in your literature, and it can be used to make people or things mean other things by using the word like. For example, this course has flown like a river, fast and narrow. This was where things began to take a turn. Firstly, this is where it was demonstrated that the two were not, in fact, as close as one may have thought. This is where they really started to separate ways and where the story really began to fall down, 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 and down. Wolf started to lose his mind a little bit. He became so focused on James being annoying that he really forgot to pay attention in class. And Mr. Nook even had to wake him up a little bit. The only things he could really remember were how to use better vocabulary in formal writing, or how you could use strategies to dig deeper into literary analyzing. Well, this was not going to affect him much, he knew, but still, it was noticeable. After a tiring and exhausting day of work at school, Wolf had just decided, you know what, I should go to bed. But he couldn't. He stayed up all night thinking about how he could exact his revenge on his brother, how to stop him from being so annoying. He couldn't pinpoint where it was coming from. So he figured the best solution was to just torture him until it stopped. But this was probably the worst idea ever. How am I going to exact some sort of revenge on him? Like, I just need him to stop. Actually, here, let me check. Oh, yeah, on this map, I could use this rock in the northern right corner up here. Oh, okay, yeah, that would work awesome. Well, actually, yeah, that would work quite well. Ooh, and I can. Oh, yes, that'll definitely work. Aha! 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 Wolf decided to prepare all the materials he needed. If anybody asked, he could just say, "Oh, it's for some just science experiments that I want to conduct." Nobody would have questioned him because they would have all assumed it's too much beyond their understanding, or, "Oh, he's so smart, he knows what he's doing." In reality, what he had planned was much, much more sinister and much more dangerous than anybody could have predicted. He spent several nights preparing what he could have been probably the best trap he had ever planned of ever. He would trap his brother by the rock so nobody would know what had happened until it was way too late. He would trap him, even going to as far as planting a tree to stop his brother from escaping. What he didn't know, however, is his brother knew of just a few hidden tricks up his own sleeve, which would get him out of that sticky situation in a flash. The day had finally come. They started off the day, as per normal, with their English class, writing a journal. This day, however, they happened to be doing some presentations of sorts, where they were doing it outside to promote fresh air and better learning. So, Wolf directed all of them to the rock, that dreaded rock. He led his brother behind it and trapped him all of a sudden. Everybody said, "Wait, what are you doing?" He swam to the other side, triumphantly, exclaiming, "Ha, James! Now you cannot escape. You cannot escape. The teachers cannot help you. Nobody will save you." "Oh, yeah? Well, no, well, how about you stop annoying me and then I might let you go for once?" Or, well, hey, here's an idea. Maybe if you stopped excelling so much at everything, maybe if you stopped being so good. It's annoying. Consider this. The only person in your class always does at least 30% better than on you. Every single assignment, over and over again. It just happens. It keeps happening. You can't stop it. This is why I try to annoy you. just to get through the days without being sad. So, you know what? No, I'm not gonna stop annoying you. This was it. This was all for what he had planned. Wolfgang finally had him cornered by his house. He said, "Hey, James, you know what would be funny? Trying to see you escape out of this." So James fell into the pit hole, and Wolf laughed for a bit until he realized James got out. So he pulled out his lethal party popper and fired the first shot. This was his mistake. James started chasing him around. They were both sprinting away from each other, until eventually Wolf was cornered on the beach. Then, James pulled out his party popper and shot Wolfgang to death. This is the end of a somewhat tragic tale. But I guess the moral of the story is pay attention in English class and make sure your homies succeed. Also, 40% of you are not subscribed. So, if you could just take some time and consider subscribing, it's free and it's awesome.